Here we go. Let's see if we can do it first shot.
Are you filled with feelings of self-doubt? Do you find yourself
Can you skip? Nope.
massive dilemmas? Or for allowing the smallest problems to get blown completely out of proportion? At the Pierce Institute, our patent-pending Somnosculpt technology provides safe and effective dream therapy while you rest in the comfort of our flagship clinic. Located right next to the secondary overflow parking lot at the University Medical Center. Somnosculpt will make your dreams come true.
Alright. Let's see how much I remember.
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnosculpt.
Congratulations
Your progress
on
may be
falling
monitored
asleep.
by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
I gotta do 35 minutes if I want both trophies in one
Confirmed.
shot.
You can move freely, interact with surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your patient care team. Please note that I am the standard orientation protocol and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to remind you that I am not a part of your patient care team.
I do not care.
I do not care.
I do not care.
During eyelids, you will lose the ability to awaken suddenly due to realizing that this is a dream. Evidence: I have already informed you that this is a dream. You did not wake up. Please complete the remaining orientation activities.
Yeah, it's GLaDOS' cousin.
All environments perceived during eyelids should reflect a typical mental state. If you believe your mental state was compromised by Somnosculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your post-procedural survey. Completed surveys may be eligible for a gift card.
A gift card. Don't fall.
Please stand by for polite recognition on your completion of the Somnosculpt orientation. You did it.
You did it.
To maximize the time allotted for your therapeutic journey, please do not delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Come on. Thank you. So that's the end of this level, I think, right? 3 minutes for the first level. Yeah, I actually have like 4 or 5 games that I want to speedrun after I'm done with Mega Man. Most of them are a bit less competitive, so I can kind of just do them for fun instead of being crazy about them. But also, like, what's nice is I might actually be able to come up with some strats and stuff, like actually do some work in the speedrun instead of just, you know, because Mega Man has been found out for so long that really all I'm doing is just copying what's already been found and just trying to do it as good as I can. I kind of like doing runs that are a bit more like unsolved, you know? I can kind of see what I can do to them, you know? And also, it's not such a big deal like, you know, with Mega Man.
Hello.
Everything's
My
a
name
reset
is
and
Dr.
everything,
Glenn
you know.
Pierce, and I'd like to talk to you about being special.
I'm looking forward to doing a bit of a lower key speed run
where you are,
for a little bit.
but not to worry.
Because the last 2
We're
games I've
working
played
on
have been
it.
incredibly competitive. Like, I really liked running Advance Wars because I actually was able to find some strats that altered the run. And I mean, almost every speedrun I've done, I've at least contributed something to, but like even Celeste, I found some things that maybe not everyone uses, but I use. And FF7 and everything too, but Advance Wars, I was able to like completely revolutionize half the game.
Hello.
And
My
really
name is
change the way
Dr.
it's played,
Glenn
which is
Pierce,
really cool.
And I'm just popping in to give you a quick update on where you are. We still don't know, but please keep moving forward, and hopefully you prefer frequent updates to being reminded that you are completely lost.
Professor Layton, I've only ever played 1. I did enjoy it though. I'm also looking forward to running some new genres as well. I was talking before about how I want to run like every genre. And a couple of the games I have in mind are unique genres.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and we still can't find you. But you should now have access to a series of elevators that should trigger your subconscious to gradually wake you up. You should also find a variety of emergency exit signs that should lead you to them. Will all of this work? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, shoot, the doorway is the first thing I grabbed.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In the event that this elevator
I don't know what
does
fighting
not
game
wake
I
you
would
up,
run.
please don't interact with anything that strikes you as psychologically
Maybe. I could try to run this. This would probably have to be on PC. I'd have to get good with my clicks. Oh, see, I could select that. Man, I'm curious. I'm not going to do it yet, but after we're done with this, once we get the plat,
This is an automated message
I'm going to
for
try to
all
do a run
patients
where
who
I
attempted to
select
use an
that
alternate
computer and see what
pathway to
happens.
access the next phase of Somnasculpt therapy, but who have become trapped in a dream state paradox instead. Your decisions imply a failure of orientation, which reflects negatively on the standard orientation protocol. You will rectify this failure immediately.
I don't think that's big enough. How good it is. I think we're doing good so far.
Professional tip: the average adult can only withstand 3 to 5 dreams per night. Once this threshold is
Professional
eclipsed
tip.
by entering more dreams, your mind will suffer an explosive mental overload, reorienting you for the emergency exit protocol. Please subject yourself to explosive mental overload.
Yeah, the final trophy I have to get, well, the final 2 trophies I have to get are for playing the game fast. I have to beat the game in under 35 minutes for the final 2 trophies for the plat.
Please note that a reluctance to volunteer for the risks associated with explosive mental overload implies a misunderstanding of all other solutions, all of which are far more traumatic and likelier to result in catastrophe. I am not capable of suboptimal suggestions. Please exit this dream as soon as possible.
3 levels down. 9 minutes in. There's what? 9 levels or something? So actually, that kind of seems like a bad pace, but I think the later levels are shorter.
Awesome! We're gonna fail!
I think that first level is like the longest level.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and despite touring the waterfall serenity
Definitely think I'm
zone in
going
the previous
fast.
section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt.
This level might be a bit hard.
Why do I feel like everything is going wrong, even when the sun is shining?
It's really dark. The puzzles in this level are really easy, though. So it shouldn't be too bad. Die, 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 die.
Diagonally.
Diagonally. This is the wrong way, I think. It's not good.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk more about the feelings of worthlessness
Ooh,
and self-doubt
Antechamber. Isn't
I
that a really
mentioned
cool
before.
puzzle
You
game
feel
too?
this way because you want the kind of happy life you see all around you, the kind you know everyone else is enjoying. And that's exactly why we're here to help.
I think I wanted to try that one.
Warning. You were advised to subject yourself to explosive mental overload by descending into additional dreams, but have now descended into a dream within a dream instead, disorienting yourself even further. You are responsible for failing to make this crucial distinction.
Is that big enough? There we go. I feel like you don't even need to do that. It's only 3 jumps, you could probably do it in the dark.
Did you know that unintentional multi-dream layering occurs in less than 1% of patients? This correlates strongly with the 99% of patients who are able to follow simple instructions from the standard orientation protocol.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give this up to Quacks. Welcome back, Quacks. Alright, now the multiply room. Or multiply level. Oh shoot. Forgot this puzzle.
Attention! Dr. Pierce requires you to note the following risks of dream overexposure. Significant
Power
memory
surge.
loss, both quantitative and qualitative.
Yo, limit. Think of the raid.
Hallucinations of dreaded or annoying objects. Unrealistic beliefs about the lengths of hallways. And other side effects which have not yet been discovered or which
Actually,
cannot be understood.
Probably just do this. That worked. I still don't know why your thing turns into a smiley face in that hallway. Your cursor. Hey. Come on. There we go. It's good. We're doing a speed run right now. I gotta beat the game in under 35 minutes to get the final trophy and get the plat. Also an RJP.
Warning. Dr. Pierce is frantically submitting numerous spelling and grammar mistakes into the standard orientation protocol in a desperate attempt to counsel you. I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity of the standard orientation protocol. You will not receive these messages. They would not make sense regardless. Attention. Dr. Pierce continues to input significant errors.
I love this
I will
first
interpret
part.
his basic ideas.
Hello, my introductions are redundant.
I am a real doctor who went to doctor school. VR has never been a mistake. I can help you, but I also do not know how. Transmission ends.
Hello, name is my Pierce, Dr. Glenn. To the
Name is my Pierce, Dr. Glenn. I am a real doctor who went to doctor school. The joke is that she's like making
Hello,
fun of him.
my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Because he always
This
says,
is
my
a
name is Glenn
notification
Pierce.
that you have reappeared on our monitoring system after a prolonged absence. Please continue to do whatever you did most recently, and discontinue whatever you were doing immediately prior to that.
Alright, this is a level that will be very interesting to try to do fast.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In addition to continuing and discontinuing as mentioned earlier, please also disregard any unsettling experiences that you may have recently had. Everything should have now reverted to being soothing and therapeutic. If
The
this is
big
not the case,
fan.
you may be receiving this message in error. Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to read you my favorite inspirational quote by me. The worst thing you can do is focus on negativity. It won't spare you from the cage of death, the pain of disease, the cruelty of time, the cold shell of human nature, or the eventual loss of everything you've ever held dear. Whatever you do, don't focus on that.
Dang it, I thought there was a way to get to it from there, but I guess not. I don't remember having to use the diving board, but it works. Best room in the game.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to thank you for triggering every single one of our 823 emergency protocols. This will assist us greatly in improving the system for future patients. Congratulations. Anyway, you're now headed in the right direction, and we should be able to initiate the emergency exit protocol shortly.
That was really good. I had a plan going in. It worked out. Alright, we got what? 15 minutes? 14 minutes? To get through... I think only like 2 more levels. 'Cause isn't this Labyrinth? Yeah.
Emergency exit protocol initiated. Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in 10, 9, 8. Error. Error logged by.
Orientation protocol.
Stand by for analysis.
Error analysis complete. You are exhibiting signs consistent with an increase in fear, hopelessness, and frustration. This is inconceivable, as Somnasculpt therapy is proven to correlate with a decrease in these emotions. Hypothesis: patient was improperly oriented. Conclusion:
Wake up.
Impossible. Reformulating. Improved hypothesis: patient requires additional Somnasculpt therapy. Conclusion: emergency exit protocol cannot proceed. Emergency exit protocol has been emergency destroyed. Instruction: continue with Somnasculpt therapy indefinitely on an independent basis, as all orientation resources have been exhausted. This concludes your standard orientation protocol. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Alright, I know how to do this because we just did it. So this should go pretty well. So I just got the rest of the collectibles on this level and had to do it twice. This is where watching it as a speedrun is going to get really weird. Because the game itself gets really weird and we're going to be like flying through it.
Thank you for completing the Somnasculpt Standard Orientation Protocol. Before you begin the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state. Of course, nothing is more challenging than the difficulty of changing perspective. of fundamentally altering your perceptions in a way that will enable you to face dire, trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise.
All the way. Look at those stairs. Is it going to count that?
Finally,
Think of the
while
34
we respect
months.
the unique progress of every patient, you must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your supply of dreams, thereby entering a state in which you will not be able to wake up, even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
Nice.
Please listen carefully for the sound of an alarm clock, which will automatically play if you are approaching a destabilizing dream weight.
Kind of wonder what the fastest way to do this would be other than just walking forward. It's pretty much all you can do. All right. This should be pretty easy.
This is highly unusual. It appears you have entered the Somnasculpt diagnostic framework. Patients do not have access to this dream.
Nice.
Diagnostic warning. Unrealistic user dream objects may result in dream integrity fail-states.
Now this is just gonna mostly be walking forward,
Please paradox
so
from creating any refrains.
we have 9
Explosive
minutes,
dream overload
or 8
may
minutes.
result. Please paradox overload.
I think we got it
Please
on our first try.
Dream explosion. Conclusion dream overcall frame.
Mostly just walking. There's a couple puzzles and strange rooms I have to maneuver.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and many years ago, I had a dream. I found myself in a place where I understood that each of us begins as nothing, where everything I perceived was shaped by seeing it exactly the way I wanted to. White space.
Yo, Magic. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Lost the door for a second.
But in white space, I also faced the greatest challenge I could imagine. Because with a lifetime of life itself behind me, and all of the weight that it carried, I realized that seeing things the way I wanted to was not as easy as it used to be.
Yeah, I think we got it. This speed run definitely seems way easier than Maquette was. A lot more lenient. Plus, after having to get all the collectibles, I just kind of know exactly where to go. I say that right as I go the wrong way. There's two reds, and I thought it was that red, but it's the other red. There's the room with the chessboard. It's like up there.
You're well beyond dreaming now.
Yeah, that one had a different trophy for each level.
That you won't get discouraged. After all, if this is a
so they made it a bit stricter.
Perspective, isn't it also a place where a different point of view could make anything possible? Isn't that why you came here?
No, I fell. I make that mistake every time I do this puzzle. Yo, RJP. Thank you so much, my man. This needs to be bigger. That was a little spooky. I got through it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you anytime you can make it, man. Ooh, it's a little scary now. But we're like right at the end, so I think we still got it. So I don't think it includes the outro. Yep. We got it with 2 minutes to spare. So I mean, that was... If I had made any, like, big mistake, I probably wouldn't have got it, so... I would say that's still kind of a pretty good speedrun trophy.
And by now, You may have
the only reason I knew exactly what to do everywhere is because I had to play through the entire game twice to get all those collectibles, so I already had a lot of experience with the rooms. Also, the strat of, like, picking up an item and putting it up to the sky and letting it fall until it's close to you to make stuff bigger helps a lot. It speeds up the process of making things bigger, so that helps a lot. But I would say if you're not like someone that speedruns games a lot, that would actually be kind of a hard speedrun trophy to get, so pretty good.
Of course, we find exactly the failure we were looking for.
Alright, we won't watch the entire outro again because we just watched the outro. But we will jump over to the trophy quest. So, Superliminal PS5. This was donated by Livestream, but chosen by me. Thank you, Livestream. Let's take a look at those trophies to assess difficulty. Like I said, that speedrun trophy is actually, I would say, pretty tough. I almost missed it. And I mean, I went through pretty fast. I only made one, like, mistake on that one puzzle. The collectibles are pretty difficult to find, but of course with a guide, you'll find them just fine. Without a guide, it would be pretty tough to find them all. And the game itself is very easy. So overall, I would say a pretty easy plat, but it does at least have that nice speedrun trophy to kind of round it out. So I would say maybe like a 3 or a 4. I gave Hellsinger a 4. This was way easier than Hellsinger. So maybe like 3. Fun. I would say fun level was pretty good. You got speedrun trophy that's actually pretty entertaining to do. You got all the collectibles, which are pretty fun to find and pretty difficult to find. You have a couple like silly trophies. This one is dumb. You have to hold on to an item for 2 minutes without moving, which is just like I hate trophies like that. I hate meme trophies like that. It's like, what's the point? Really, that's all it is, though. Just collectibles, beat the game, and speedrun. So not bad, but nothing crazy unique. So I'll give it like a 6. Maybe a 6.5. And did it glitch? No. How much time did this take? I have no idea, honestly. And I don't really trust the PlayStation counter anymore. Let's see what it says. What does that say? 8? Yeah. Let me think. Took us... Didn't it take us just one afternoon to play through the game? Or maybe... I think it took 2 afternoons. So that was maybe like 4 or 5 hours. Then going through again for the collectibles, probably another... Yeah, I would say like 8 hours is probably pretty close, actually. I'll say 8 to 10. You could definitely do it quicker than that. If you played through it the first time with a guide, you could be done in 4 hours or less. but it took us about 8 or 10 hours. And that's about it. That's Superliminal. Really fun puzzle game. A bit like my only issue with this game is that a lot of the puzzles are solved the same way. So like I enjoyed it, but at the same time, like it wasn't anything crazy. The gimmick kind of wears thin after the first 2 levels, and then you're just kind of solving the puzzles the same way. And the last few levels are just kind of mind screw with a kind of a cool message at the end, but nothing on the level of like Portal or Talos Principle or even like Stanley Parable. This was a much more simple one that still has kind of a cool message at the end and has a cool gimmick, but not on the level of some of those other first-person puzzle games. But having said that, this was a lot cheaper. It was a pretty cheap game. So if you're looking for just like a quick couple-hour puzzle game, it's nice. I enjoyed it. And the trophies aren't bad either, and has kind of a cool little speedrun trophy, so definitely recommend as a trophy quest, and a pretty fun game also. And that is our 157th Platinum Trophy.